Hello everyone and happy Sunday crafternoon. Today is Sunday, August 24th, 2025. Holy smokes. As you find me in your news feed, go ahead and say hello. Let me know where you're viewing from. Today is number 200 of Facebook Lives that I've been counting, because I actually have done more than 200 of these. But when I really started to get, I guess, serious about it, I started to number them. So we're on number 200. So as we go through the live today, I'll remind you guys, but as you come and join in, I have these beautiful 2025, 2027 in color flat pearls. And you have a chance today sharing number 200 Facebook Live. If you share my live with your friends today, your name will be put into a drawing to win these. So go ahead and share this Facebook Live with your friends, and we will give out a free prize, a prize. Like, anyway, that's the first time I've ever done that, giving out a prize on one of my Facebook Lives. Okay, along with some home or handmade cards from myself. How's that? Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on into things, and I'll remind you guys again as we get going here. First of all, let me make sure that I'm in the right spot. That would kind of help, wouldn't it? I'm kind of jumping the gun on things. I'm just so excited that we're on number 200 today. It's crazy. Time has flown by. So what are 200 weeks? How many years is that? My brain, it doesn't work like that. Okay, numbers are not my thing. Anyway, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure to sign up for my newsletter. Gives everything as far as the information with what's happening here at the chalet, and also everything Stampin' Up, all the new news, right? Also, you know what I'm going to do here? I know, I feel like I'm like discombobulated today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, I see somebody joined. Hello. Yeah, weird. I can't see. It's like I can see, but I can't see. I don't know. Facebook is weird. Anyway, so once again, make sure to join my newsletter if you haven't done so already. Also, this is the information as far as getting to my online store. So if you see some things that you need, make sure to let, either to help. I can help you out. Oh my gosh, this could be a long live if my tongue is getting tied already. Hi, Susan. Hello, Sue. How are you doing? Anyway, so this is my online store. This is the link. I appreciate you shopping with me because I share these free classes for a purpose, right? So I appreciate you helping to support me as well. So let's go ahead and dive into some other stuff. So today's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be actually playing with some brand new product that will be available on September 3rd. I think I actually gave the wrong date the last couple weeks. I was saying September 4th. But hey, Kathy, but actually our mini catalog goes live on September the 3rd. So make note of that, okay? Also, as far as some other places that you can find me, I'm on Pinterest. There's my blog, which is an important link, which is dawnscreativechalet.com. So after I'm done with my lives, what I do is I go ahead, I upload the Facebook Live onto YouTube, because Facebook now deletes Facebook Lives after 30 days. I don't know if you guys realize that. So I want to save them. So I put them onto YouTube every week, and I also upload them to my blog as well. Also on my blog, you'll see the pictures of the projects that we do and all the supplies that we used, if they're available. Now, there are some things, hey Marie, Hi, Kathy. Gosh, all you guys, my teamies are joining me. I love you guys. So keep in mind, some of the products that we're using today are brand new for September. This means that they're not going to be available for customers until September 3rd, unless you decide that you'd like to purchase a starter kit. And if you go ahead and do that, I call that being a savvy shopper. The starter kit is $99, and you get to customize it to whatever you would like. And you get to choose $125 of product for $99. And you'll have free shipping, which is around a $12-ish savings, and a free paper pumpkin kit, along with the $26 extra of product. So it's a win-win for you. You can get your products earlier before other people, and you get extra product, and you get free shipping and a free paper pumpkin. Like, why wouldn't you, right? I always say be a savvy shopper. And then after that, you can enjoy the discount that we as demonstrators enjoy as well. It's a win-win. Also, see here. Oh, of course, my YouTube channel, which is Dawn's Creative Chalet. So again, I'll be uploading this to YouTube once we are done here. Also, let me dig this out here. I got a pile of stuff, but I promise I'm going through it quickly. I'm trying to. Also, what you'll find after our live is this. This is what I call a recipe card. Hey, Evelyn. Hello there. Happy Sunday crafternoon. This is my recipe card, as I call it. And it has links for you, helpful links, and also I didn't print the entire thing, but it also gives all the products that we're using today, minus those that are brand new and will not be available on until September 3rd. Oh my goodness sakes, Dawn. Seriously. Untie the tongue. Anyway, so this is the recipe card. So if you'd like to grab this, I will post the link after the Facebook Live is done up above on Facebook on my page, or down below as the very last link on YouTube in the description area. So if you'd like to grab it, make sure to do so either place. Also, just a reminder of some upcoming events and things that are happening here. I was looking at my calendar and I have been stamping. I think I've been on a stamping binge for the last 2-3 weeks. It's crazy. But I'm having a lot of fun with all the new products and, of course, getting to know them inside out and backwards. With that being said, though, some upcoming things here to take note. We have our Boho Vibes product class that is coming up this Thursday. And the things, though, to RSVP for coming up in advance, the holiday catalog kickoff party will be on Thursday, September 4th. And this is a party. I will have a lot of samples for you to look at and to inspire you with all things new between our new September online exclusives and the holiday mini catalog. I figure I'm going to have right around 100 minimum samples of different things to show you from all the new products. So I would love to have you for that. This is an in-person event for Thursday, September the 4th. I'm offering it at 10 a.m. or 6:30. So just the 2 times available for that, because there's a little bit more involved into the party, because we're partying, right? We'll also have a lot of the products set out for you to go ahead and check out in person. That will be on a table, along with all the designer series papers for you to oogle over. We will be stamping and using brand new products as well. And we'll also have a snack, because we can't stamp without, having something sweet in particular. So make sure that you RSVP for the holiday catalog kickoff. It's on Thursday, September the 4th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And I'll need to have an RSVP by September the 1st, because I do prep for all. In fact, let me show you a glimpse of what we're going to do. There we go. There you go. It's a tease. So I've gotten those done. Also, let's see here. The day after, we'll have Starbucks Sip and Stamp, which is a free craft at the local Ludington, Michigan Starbucks. And that is Friday, September the 5th, noon until 2, where you get to make a free craft. So come on over, bring a friend or two, or make some new friends. And it's a lot of fun, and it's free. So it's a free craft over at the Ludington, Michigan Starbucks. Also, Creative Card class is on Thursday, September the 11th at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., or 6:30. And I'll give you a quick glimpse. Sorry, I was walking away here to grab these. So this is going to be a fun class. This is featuring both the Gathering Together suite of product, which is an online exclusive, and also the oh my gosh, what is it called? The Autumn Tois, that suite of product, and it's going to have those two for the class, for the Creative Card class. So that is coming up on September the 11th, and I have just one time available for that class. It'll be at 10 a.m. because I'm going to be leaving for Okemos that afternoon and attending an event with a bunch of demonstrators on the 11th, 12th, and 13th and 14th. We're coming home on the 14th. So it's going to be a lot of fun there. So just one time available on Thursday, September the 11th. And then after I'm done with this class, I'm taking off and going to Okemos. And then also, what do we have going on? The end of September, we have the Traditions of Christmas suite. And this is a product inclusive suite. And I, again, designed some beautiful cards. And here's just a little tease of that class. How fun is that? And this again is going to be on Thursday, September 25th at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., or 6:30. The cost is $45. You'll get a full pack of the Traditions of Christmas Designer Series paper. It's a specialty DSP as well. So it has the gold in it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's gorgeous. And you're going to want it. Also, the sparkling sequins and the real red shiny ribbon will be included as well in this class for you to go ahead and take home to duplicate even more cards. So those are the fun things coming up. Whoops, I had to put those back before I forget. Into September. And then just a note here for you guys. On September 14th, I will be coming home from Okemos. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to either have a project for you if I get it done before I go, or I will talk about what we did the past weekend, that whole time I was gone, and show you some, because I know we'll be stamping at this event. So either or, on September 14th, I'm going to do my live at 7 p.m. It's going to be a little bit later. This gives me time because I have a class on Sunday morning before I head home from Okemos, and then it's a 3-hour drive back. And I need to unpack, get my bearings straight. I'll have things set up here on my table before I go so that my Facebook Live is ready to rock either way on the 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on the 21st, there's not going to be a Facebook Live. I have made sure that my dad is available, and we are going to go visit him September 16th through the 21st down in Florida. I haven't seen my dad in quite a while. I talk to him every single day, but I haven't seen him in months, like since last Christmas. And I think it's time. I need to check with my dad and see how he's doing in person, right? We all need to do that. So anyway, on the 21st, I've decided, instead of trying to do something in advance and make sure it's recorded and all that, I'm going to give myself a little bit of grace, and I'm going to enjoy the time with my dad and not have to worry about it. So I hate to do that, and I rarely miss a Facebook Live. But again, no Facebook Live on the 21st, but then I'll be back the following week. Also, just to remind you guys, we have just a little bit of time left for August. We have the Charming Day Bundle of the Month video class with 16 projects. Here's mine right here. And I've teamed up to be a part of this wonderful group of demonstrators who are very talented stampers. So if you'd like to get the Bundle of the Month, I know some of you do collect these every single month. This is a perk that I give to my team with the sales challenge every month. And also, if you would like to purchase it, or not purchase it, it's free with a $75 minimum order in my online store. That's what I was trying to say. So it's free of charge as a thank you to you when you shop with me in my online store at $75 or more before the shipping and the tax. And also, if you do use Stampin' Rewards, I have to say that as well now because I've had some misunderstandings on that. So if you do use Stampin' Rewards, remember that it's $75 before, well, after the rewards are taken out. Does that make sense? So if you spend $75, use a $10 Stampin' Reward coupon, you're going to have to spend $10 more in the store. Does that make sense? I don't know how else to put it, but we've had a couple misunderstandings, so I needed to make sure that I'm very explicit on that because I don't want anybody upset with me. But it's $75 before shipping and tax, no matter what you're doing with your Stampin' Rewards and all that good stuff. But Stampin' Rewards are great, right? I love them. Also, just a reminder for September, Paper Pumpkin, sign up by the 10th of September in order to get the September kit. And it's called Fall for Toi. Is I guess how I'm going to pronounce it because I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't speak French very well. Anyway, so it's coordinating with the Autumn Toi that's in the holiday mini catalog. So you might want to, I don't know, if you're into fall like I am, I'm a fall baby. I love anything and everything fall and Halloween. So this is right up my alley. And just a reminder, here's the add-on. If you are a subscriber, you get the opportunity to purchase the add-on dies as well. And what else do I want to touch? Oh, online exclusives. So we have a bunch. There's a lot of good stuff in there that was added in July. Twal. Is that it? Twal. Oh, thank you, Evelyn. I muddle everything up, I think. Just to remind you guys of the online exclusives that are in our online store. And every other month, basically, we're getting new products, which is pretty exciting. So check it out. And there will be a new bunch of stuff coming out in September, along with the mini catalog going live, and 2 new beautiful kits that you're going to want as well. Yeah, a lot of good stuff coming up for sure. And this is just a sampling of what was out in July. This was one of our more popular, which is the Charming Day, which is what we have the Bundle of the Month tutorial featuring as well. So if you want to grab this up, this whole suite, and then you'll get make sure that you spend the $75, and then you'll get the Bundle of the Month tutorial for free from me. Like I said, it's a great thank you. I appreciate you guys shopping with me. Also, just a reminder of shopping the Last Chance products. I think that this was updated this last month. So check it out in case you haven't been there in a while. You never know. There might be some things that have been discounted that you just can't live without. And I'm all about a really good deal. And last but not least, just to remind you guys of the In Color products for 2025, 2027 that are 15% off. So if you're needing anything, go ahead and make sure that you stock up sooner than later. And this will end on August 31st. So we have one more month of that. Oh, and I wanted to talk to you guys about this really quick. Mark it on your calendar. It's free. Free. So we can start registering for this, though. And you'll want to register because, first of all, when you register, they're going to give you a link to join. Now, even if you're going to be with a group of people, register yourself. And I say that because they're going to give us a little something, some kind of a surprise at the end of World Card Making Day, that day, I believe. Something that will be delivered to your inbox. So you're going to want to make sure that you register whether you're watching with a group of people or not. And we can start registering, I believe, on September the 3rd up until October 3rd. And then after that, they're going to close registration. So it's World Card Making Day, which is on Saturday. October the 4th, woohoo, day before my birthday. And we're celebrating, of course, making cards. So this is fun, right? I love doing things like this. It just makes me happy. So anyway, just want to let you guys know about that. And like I said, it's free of charge for everybody. So I would love to have you join me for that. Now, what we're going to talk about today is a little bit about this beautiful mini catalog. And we also have, whoops, I can't show you guys that. I got to be very careful. There's also online exclusives that will be coming out. And I lost my pamphlet on it, but that's okay. Pretend I have it. Anyway, so there's a lot of good stuff in this. There's a group of people I need to send some catalogs to and get those out in the mail tomorrow. Gosh, tomorrow's Monday already. It's crazy. Anyway, I just want to let you guys know, for those of you who have either have always called me previously who don't live nearby and you call me to put your order in and you didn't respond to my email, or you just have shopped with me but not since I would say February, shop not since February with me. Things have changed and I need you to go ahead and make an account at StampinUp.com, picking me as your primary demonstrator in order for me to get this to you, or at least the next catalog to you, because now you're not in the system, even though you were in the system. I know it's really complicated, but anyway, and I know that there's a couple of you that just didn't reply, and I know that you're going to want this. So long story short is, make sure to visit StampinUp.com. Go ahead and make yourself an account, and that way we can make sure to get continuing getting catalogs to you. Oh my gosh, I'm on the struggle bus today, I tell ya. Hi, Margene. Happy Sunday crafternoon, or I'm not really sure what time it is where you're watching. I can't remember if it's early or if it's late. Anyway, you guys, so we're going to go ahead and feature some new product in here. In fact, I'm actually casing some things that are in this catalog. So some of you who have already received your catalogs will maybe recognize this, but this bundle that we're working with today is something that jumped out at me when I was looking through the catalog, and I loved it. And I had to get it. It was just so me. I thought it was so cute. It brought back a lot from my childhood. Do you guys remember, like, when you were in kindergarten and you'd make those garlands? And they'd be like, I don't know, you cut them out and they'd be like the snowflakes. And as you unfold it, after you cut it, it'd be this big, long banner thing that you could hang up. Well, it kind of reminds me of, it brought me back to that with this gingerbread and the dye that comes with it. But anyway, this is a really, really cute bundle. And I debated if I should start showing you guys new things, but I was like, you know what? Let's just jump in. We're only a couple of weeks away now from the catalog going live. So let's just go for it and have some fun today. So this little guy really makes me happy. And let me show you here the dies. So here's a bunch of the dies. We have the little speaker bubble, I call it, and the gumdrops, and some candy, and a mug, and this cute hat. Of course, we have a lollipop, and this is the other part to the candy. Whoops, let me scoot it over this way. And we have our candy cane, a bow, and all kinds of fun stuff, right? But the real fun part is this. I need bigger sheets now. Speaking of this, since we're talking about this, I hope that you guys did notice between the email that I've sent out twice already and also posts on Facebook that we're going to have different packaging for our dies and our stamps. Now this is, I think, just a little bit bigger than what they're going to be. This is excessively big. But I think they're going to be a little bit smaller than this. I think I hope so, because this one's pretty big. But anyway, with that being said, I don't even have magnetic sheets that are big enough to put this guy on. But this is a lot of fun. So I thought I would show you guys a couple of little tips and tricks on the Gingerbread Man. And we're going to play a little bit today with it. And you're going to need, if you guys don't have one of these already, this is an F block. This is the largest block that we have. And it will fit the gingerbread person on there perfectly. So you're going to want to make sure you have the largest block for that. And also today I did use the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder because we're going to use some two-tone cardstock and sand it. We're going to get messy today because I'm even going to show you embossing, heat embossing, because I don't normally show that. But I think, you know, in case we do have some new people who are watching, it's kind of a cool thing to see. And honestly, I think embossing was one of the first real things that wowed me with stamping. I just dropped my heat tool. There we go. Grab it out of the garbage. So with that being said, I think what we'll do first, we're going to do this. We're going to do a little bit of heat embossing. I have my heat tool here, and I also have my embossing additions, they call it, embossing additions tool kit. And this is something, especially for this particular bundle, I think you're going to want. It comes with the tray, okay? And the tray has this cute little spout, I want to call it. And this way, once you're done with your embossing powder, you can pour it back into your container, which is very handy. I've always had one of these. In fact, I have an older one that's pink. Long before I even knew of Stampin' Up, I had gotten one of these, and it's pretty handy to have. And it's $27. You get the tray, you get these two tools, this one so that you don't burn your fingertips off, this one to brush off excess powder, and then also you get what we call an embossing buddy. It kind of reminds me from my days of gymnastics when you put the powder to get the moisture out of your hands. It's the same thing basically. So what you'll want to do is you just tap it, which is what we're going to do. It's helping to get any residue from your fingers, believe it or not, even when you touch something and you don't think you've done anything to your paper, right? It just gets kind of ooky sometimes. You look at my technical terms here, ooky. But anyway, I always suggest using your embossing buddy before you do any embossing. You can always wipe off your cardstock once you're done with a very light or dampened paper towel, but be very, very careful because you don't want your paper to kind of get all distorted and such. But anyway, so we've done that. I've put my white embossing powder. This is a different, I don't know why, but I transferred it. But this is our Wow white embossing powder. And let's go ahead and get our big Gingerbread Man. The other thing you're going to need is a Versamark pad. This is a glycerin pad, so it's sticky. It also does not dry as quickly as our Stampin' Up! Color ink pads, which are water-based. This is a glycerin-based. So it's great to have and very helpful to have this when you're heat embossing. It will not dry as quickly. And it also makes what I call a watermark on it, if that makes any sense. You'll see in a second. Now I'm going to go ahead, and I don't want to rock my block, but I do want to give it even pressure, because I have found with this being as big as it is, when I didn't apply even pressure to all of it, I had like down in here with the foot not being an area where it had inked up as nicely as the rest. So I'm just going to go ahead, make sure without rocking my block, and then pull it straight up. And it looks really good. Can you guys see that? Ta-da! Now the other cool thing with using your embossing buddy is it helps with the powder rolling right off of your paper, your cardstock. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to be crazy with my embossing powder because it's all going to go right back into the container anyway, right? This is why I love having this tray. I think it's a must if you're going to do any heat embossing. Now you can see here, I pressed a little hard. So what we're going to do is we're going to, oh, here too. I'm going to take my brush and carefully, maybe, there we go, get this off right here. And then I'm going to try to apply a little bit more. Hey, Bev. Happy Sunday crafternoon. And again, I'm going to try to, sugar biscuit. Okay. A little bit more. Yeah. That's okay. All right. There we go. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then again, to show you guys how to use the tray, go ahead, unscrew the top, so to speak, and then we're going to pour it right back into our jar. So nothing is wasted. There we are. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to take our heat tool. I'm going to close this. By the way, close this before you use your heat tool, please. Otherwise, you're going to, trust me, ask me how I know. It will go all over the place, you guys, and it's a hot mess. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and apply heat to it. And when you do, you'll see that it will get bright, like a bright white. And that's when you know, because I know a lot of people say, how do you know when it's done? You just kind of know. See how it's starting to pop with white? That's how you know that you've completely melted your embossing powder. So what is embossing powder exactly? It's basically very finely ground up plastic. Isn't that cool? So whether it's colored plastic, dyed through plastic, but nonetheless is plastic that we're melting onto our cardstock. I'm always fascinated by heat embossing. There we go. He's coming right to life. That's so exciting. Oh, you know what though? I forgot his eyeballs. Uh-oh. We'll have to put black eyeballs on him with the black ink pad. Maybe we'll just do that. That'll be something different. Okay, he looks really good. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you guys is that I have found with the stamp, the big stamp and such, that it is easier to give yourself a lot of room, okay, on a piece. This is like a half a sheet of pecan pie, so it's 8.5 by 5.5. And notice I went ahead and I embossed on the right-hand side because our die is going to fit that direction. So we'll line it up like so. And then I'm going to get my mint tape. I call it mint tape. It's mint colored. It's kind of like Post-it tape. And I like to go ahead. This is the other thing too. I found that my die wiggles in my die cut machine. So to avoid disappointment, you might want to go ahead and secure it down unless you've gotten like we have aftermarket magnetic plates. But I'm going to go ahead. So he's all set to go through the machine. So I'm going to grab that. We're going to shake you guys up a little bit. All right, there we go. So make sure he hasn't moved. Make sure my tape is good. We're going to reel him through the machine. And then we'll have our gingerbread man. Oh my gosh. There we go. Take an extra muscle for me today. Okay, get this right out of the way. And we then have our gingerbread guy. Isn't this cool? It just makes me happy, right? And I could see cutting a bunch of these out and then lining them up, making a big banner out of them would be kind of fun. Alrighty, so that is basically, I would say, because I did try cutting the Gingerbread Man out first. And then I went ahead and I stamped him in Versamark and embossed him. But it's a little trickier. I just think that this gives you a little bit more wiggle room if you give yourself a larger piece of paper and then go ahead and stamp him. Now, what's really cool about this die, of course, is that you have a connected Gingerbread Man. So you can go ahead and fold him. And this way you can make him as a tag. Put him on a bag as a tag would be kind of cute. Also, on top of a card would be really cute as well to have an additional opening on it, which is, I think, what we might use him for on a card that we're going to do today. But anyway, pretty cute stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think he's just adorable. Like, I just want to play with him all day long. He's just a happy little thing, although he needs a face, but we'll get to that. Okay, so let's see here. Speaking of, let's do this guy first. I grabbed all my bits and pieces, so we will work with him in a little bit. We're going to put him off to the side because I did do all my gingerbread men in advance. Otherwise, we would have been here for, I don't know, a couple hours at least. And, you know, I love to hang out with you guys, but I'm sure you have other things to do today as well. So I went ahead and I cut him out. I'm going to take him out of here for a minute to show you guys. But he's just stinking adorable. I didn't put anything on the inside. But I seen this in the catalog and I just thought, oh my gosh, he's so darn cute. So cute. What I used for these, again, are the dies that come with him as a bundle. And for the hat and the scarf, I used, let's see here, the Brights 6x6 Designer Series paper. And I used this pattern right here, right out of that. I thought it was really cool. And actually, I think it's what they did in the catalog too. And I was like, yes, we're going to do that because I love pink. And I just thought it was adorable. So I'm going to go ahead and take my liquid glue. Can you guys hear the chickens and the ducks? I have my window open today and the neighbors have their animals out. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, oh well, it's all good. This is one of the dies. And I thought it'd be cute to decorate his little hat just like they did in the photo in the catalog. So we're going to put that, whoops, right about there. Super cute. And then we have his little scarf. This multi-purpose liquid glue is the Bomb Diggity. I've put it, I know I've talked to you guys about this before, but this is a great hack that Evelyn got me hooked on. I got the bottles at Amazon, and they have this fine tip on them, and I put the green glue in these because the tip on this is a little bit larger than what I would like it to be, and the glue comes out really fast, and I don't like that, and that's why I had such a not so kind words to say about our green glue for a while. Now that I have control of it with this fine tip, I love our green glue. I love it. Okay, so we have this cute little mug that I've cut out from the dies as well. Isn't that adorable? And we're going to add him like he's holding it here. There we go. And then I've already heat embossed the sentiment for this. This is also part of the set. And we're going to go ahead and, with a little bit of that multi-purpose liquid glue, we're going to put that on there. Whoops. The other thing I like about our glue, our liquid glue, is it gives a little bit of wiggle room as far as that goes. Isn't he cute? Now, I think what I'm going to do for this one, because I didn't do it on the other, I think I'm going to add Seasons Eatings on the inside. Let's see here. I got a whole bunch of bits and pieces floating around in here. Okay. And grab a block. And let's see, we'll use Early Espresso. Every time I use this color, I'm craving for a coffee. Let's see. Uh-oh. Here we go. Ta-da! There we are. How cute is he? Oh my goodness sakes. He just makes me smile. Okay, so let's go ahead, clean this up, and let's get into card number 2. So I know I've been saying to you guys that I've been doing fun folds, right? And I really didn't get a fun fold together for you guys. but then I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what though? This is technically a fun fold. It's a shaped fold, right? Does it count? Will you let me slide by with that? Anyway, so there's card number 1. For card number 2, I was going to say, oh no, I can't find my sample. For card number 2, I wanted to use, and I thought that this again was perfect, a card that was in the catalog that I cased. And I love the fact that they utilized the other dies in the set. And I thought that was so cool. So I thought, you know what? I want to make that one too. And I'll share it with you guys. So first of all, okay, here's what I did. So I wanted to share something with you. No, this isn't the one. Okay. So what I did on the original, on the sample that's in the book, in the catalog, they had stamped the Gingerbread Man. And this paper here is from Autumn Toile, which is also in our mini catalog. So autumn paper, but it's the back side with this cool pattern on it. And I went ahead and I took this big stamp and carefully, because I know my hands are small, so this is quite a stretch for me to keep control of such a big block. But I still inked it with the photopolymer side up. By the way, all of our stamps are going to change to photopolymer. Red rubber's going away. I'm a little bummed, but I'll get over it, because I do love photopolymer and I love to be able to see through where I'm stamping. How do you guys feel about that? I'm curious. Let me know. That was just a little squirrel moment there, but you know. But let me know how you feeling about the photopolymer. Are you happy that they're all going to photopolymer? I don't know. Anyway, so I went ahead and I carefully stamped the body. And now we're going to go ahead and using Early Espresso ink as well. I'll go ahead and we'll give him some, or her, I don't know, depending on what, him, her, some curly hair and some eyeballs. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So let's see. Oh my gosh, I got all this stuff in here. I should get this right out of the way. So, no, that's not what I want. I want curly hair. Where are you? And also, see, we're going to need eyeballs. I don't want to lose that. If that gets on the floor, I'll never find it again. And, oh, here it is. Duh. Curly hair. Okay. Let's see. So there's curly hair. And here's eyeballs. There's another little, there's a couple of different, so there's the smiley. Then we also have the wink, which I think is so cute. Then we have the, oh, wow, look as well. So he can be a lot of different expressions. So first of all, we'll go ahead and we'll add the smile to him. He comes right to life, doesn't he, as soon as we add the little eyeballs and smile. Oops, I probably should have given a little more room for his hair. That would have been nice. Oops. Okay. and there goes my stamp set. Did you guys hear that? Holy smokes. It just went a-flying. Okay. It's so funny when I go live because you just never know. You never know what you're going to get with me. All right, so we'll go ahead. We'll add his hair. And here. Oops. That's kind of a tight squeeze, but we did it. All right. Get all that ink off before I get it on my sweater. That would not be good, would it? By the way, the temperature here has dropped a bit. We went from, oh my gosh, it's so hot, I'm sweating, to it's a little chilly outside. Crazy Michigan weather, I tell you. All right, so now I'm going to bring back my card base. This is thick, basic white, and it is cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. It does make it easier, doesn't it? I like that too, Evelyn. I really do. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and grab my liquid glue. I hate to cover this side. It's so pretty. But Autumn Toile, there you go. Bye-bye. Oh, I was just like, what is that? It's a gumdrop. Okay, so I have a lot of little bits and pieces. I've also used the, I think this is called the, oh my gosh, what is this called? Sugar biscuit. It's not linen thread, it's thread, but it's like a, oh shoot. It's a pack of like 3 or 4 different colors. Oh, I should know it. I know it'll be on your recipe card, sheet, whatever you want to call that. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Anyway, I love it because there's black and I believe a darker brown, the white, and I thought that there was another color in there too. Okie dokie. So we're using here, this is real red. Whoops. Oh, it's sticking to me. Holy moly. All right, and we're going to make a little piece of candy out of this. There we go. And then we have our candy cane. We have another candy here. And this is pretty, whoops, oh my gosh. Yeah, I got glue on me. Ah! That's Pretty in Pink. And this again is real red. Lordy B, Hot Mess Express. There we go. Okay. And then I also, on white cardstock, I stamped in Pretty in Pink the gumdrops. So there's Pretty in Pink, real red, Granny Apple Green, which is what the candy cane is. And then this is, this is Shaded Spruce. I also have a piece of Pool Party. And this is what we're going to put our sentiment on. And I'm going to stamp that with Shaded Spruce ink on the Pool Party cardstock. Oh my gosh. Literally, I have glue all over my fingers. So this should be fun and entertaining nonetheless. Okay. I'll put that back on. Get my Shaded Spruce ink pad out, and I think I'll kind of center it. And this, you know what, I forgot to measure this. Me bad. Looks like 3/4 of an inch wide and 2.5 inches long. I forgot to put the measurements on all this stuff. Oh my gosh. By the way, this piece of designer paper is 4 by 5 1/4 inches. What's wrong with me? I'm slacking. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and assemble this card. First of all, I'm going to put dimensionals just on either end because I want to slide that candy cane down between it. And if I put a dimensional in the middle, it won't slide down the way I want it to. So we're just going to put one here and one here. And just under, I'm going to say about 2/3 of the way down-ish for this. And then we're going to add our candy cane, putting a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue, whoops, on it. And slide it down like so. And I think for this candy, I'm going to put it on with a dimensional. So we'll put that little guy there. And then for our other candy, I think we'll add a dimensional as well. And then we'll add our gumdrops. Let's see here. We'll take a larger of the two. So when you stamp the gumdrops, it gives you one large and one small. And then the die lets you stamp those out together, which is kind of cool. Now, if you do have an e-cutter, what I did is I took like the rainbow, if you guys seen what I posted the other day, and I stamped a whole bunch of different colors of gumdrops because I have some more ideas with these little guys. And I cut a whole bunch of them out. Let's see, what do I want to do here? Let's take, I'm going to lose these, I know it. Let's go ahead and take the Granny Apple Green, and we'll put him here, and then a smaller Pool Party gumdrop. These would be cute, especially the smaller ones for the Gingerbread Man buttons. Adorable. And the other thing I was thinking about, my mind just goes nuts, right, while I'm stamping, and I'm like, oh, and I could do this, and I could do that, right? So you guys know that kit, the Haunted House kit, that last year was unavailable because it was so dang popular. Well, I seen that somebody had last year transformed it from a haunted house into a gingerbread house, or like a decorated with candy, so to speak. Here you go. Here's all the parts and pieces to decorate that up and transform it from a Halloween spooky house to a gingerbread house. Wouldn't that be cute? And he even had the gingerbread to complete it. I think this was a spare. I think. Yep. I think these are just extras. Anyway. Oh, I need to add my bow. So I want to say essentials pack, like linen thread essentials pack or something like that for this that I used. And I know it's still available because I looked it up online, and it's in, my store. That didn't work out so well. Let's go ahead and press down. Thing is, I got glue on my hands, which is not helping. Goodness. Okay, there we go. Shoo. That was like surgery or something. Anyway, that is card number 2. What do you guys think of that one? Kind of cute. Gets me hungry for something sweet. All right. We have one more. This, I think, is my favorite. Isn't he cute? Let's take him out of the plastic there so we don't get a glare. Adorable. So I want to show you guys how to make this one. This, too, was in the catalog, and I loved it, and I wanted to make it. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to make it with you guys. So we have all of our bits and pieces here. And because I didn't write down the measurements, we'll just measure as we go. First of all, we have flat Stanley here. But I was thinking if you really want to get technical with me on a fun fold for today, maybe we should use this one. So this will open on top of the card, and then the inside of the card will open as well. So let's go ahead and do that. However, I did emboss his face on this one. We'll have to just stamp it on this guy, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so first of all, Granny Apple Green, we cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. And then we have the liner for inside the card, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and center that inside. Then I cut another piece of Granny Apple Green, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and I embossed it with that Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. Isn't it a fun set, Kathy? I just love it. He just makes me happy. So this can get a little messy. So instead of just doing it right on my glass mat, which it would not destroy my mat. In fact, I could sand with my sanding paper on my mat and it will not scratch it. But I'm just trying to keep things somewhat tidy and find my sanding block. Shoot, where did it go? Well, we'll go ahead, we'll use this one. So I bought these at the dollar store, but a friend of mine bought some really cool, very tiny sanding blocks that I thought would be great to purchase for in class. And I'm going to take just a couple of extra seconds here and just see if I can find it, because I thought it was the coolest thing. And it is nowhere to be. Oh, it's right in front of me. Oh my Lord. So we're not going to open that up. We'll use this one. So she found these online, and I need to get them yet. But there's a big bag of these for like $7. And you get like 100 of them or something. It's pretty crazy. But it's cool because it's just right to have in your craft room, to have as you go traveling to a crop or for a class, to give everybody their own, because they're very inexpensive. I mean, super cheap. Anyway, so I went ahead. This is our two-tone cardstock. So as you can see, that's the darker Granny Apple Green. This is the lighter Granny Apple Green. And we are just going to sand this lightly just to give it a little extra texture. It's kind of like heat embossing. It gives that little bit of a wow, right? I love it. All right, there we go. And there you have it. Very cool. Blow it off. Oh my goodness, it gets a little dusty. All good. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my card front with some liquid glue. All right, just like so. And we're going to set this aside for now. And then we have 3 pieces of cardstock. This is Granny Apple Green, this is Pretty in Pink, and this is Pool Party. And they are all the same size, and I believe they're, let's see, 1 1/4 by 3 3/4, or actually 3 1/2, I'm sorry. 1 1/4 by 3 1/2. And then I've brought my ink pads. I lied, I gotta get 2. I was wondering why I grabbed these. I'm like, wait a minute. Now I know. And what I'm going to do is get the gum drops, this stamp right here. You know, I kept the plastic in on this. How many of you guys do that? I've decided I do not like that because half of these are sticking. And yeah, it's making a mess. I think I'm going to be ditching the extra plastic piece in there. Although we won't have that soon anyway, right? It's going to change. Okay. So I'm going to bring back my scrap piece of paper, and we're going to stamp these up. So I have Pool Party, Granny Apple Green, and Pretty in Pink. Let's see, let's grab, whoops, my goodness. Let's grab the Granny Apple Green ink to stamp onto the Granny Apple Green cardstock. So we're just going to go ahead and randomly stamp these little gumdrops as a background piece. Whoops, we'll go that route, that route. And it doesn't have to be perfect, right? It's just for a background anyway. And actually, he's going to cover up most of it. There we go. So there's one done. Make sure to clean your stamp. And then we'll dive into Pool Party. And randomly stamp all over this one. Clean your stamp and then trade it for Pretty in Pink. How many of you have this set on your radar to get on your want list, or maybe if you're a demonstrator have purchased it already? Let me know, I'm curious. I think it's just stinking cute. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to grab my Memento Black Hacked ink pad. It does look a little different than the normal one. My gingerbread man ran away. He was on the floor. Okay, so we need, yeah, this plastic is going, driving me crazy. All right, so we need a smiley face. And we also need buttons, which are stuck to the darn plastic. So have buttons and a smiley face. And bring him in. I think we'll get rid of this. I don't think I'll need this anymore. Give him a smiley. And we're just going to see, this was part of the set of dies. So his little bow. Even that little square part was part of the dies. In fact, I should just put this on. This way I know where to position my buttons for him. So cute. Oh my gosh. And then we'll put his buttons on. Just like that. And then we need oh snap, because we're going to break his leg. Poor thing. I don't know why. Why am I laughing at that? I'm evil. Oh my goodness, poor thing. Okay, and this little bubble that's in that set of dies as well. I'm going to do the oh snap. There we go. All right, and what I did do on his little leg on the sample here, I actually used one of the dies. I'll show you here in just a second. And then I'll not bring the die machine over, but I'll show you after I've run it through. Anyway, oh my goodness. Ooh, I'm getting a pile of stuff around me. So this right here, this little die, I'm going to use it to break his leg because he snapped, right? And oh, I forgot the crumbs. That's right. So this little stamp here is like, you know, when the cookie crumbles. So we're going to grab that up. And it's going to be on the right-hand side. And I'm going to use pecan pie. And just to give some crumbs here from his leg. There we go. I don't know why I'm losing my voice today. My goodness. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and break his leg. So I'm going to use this die. I'm going to position it like, I don't know, like so-ish. You could even do this with just snips, okay? But that's what I'm going to do. We're going to run it through. How big is the gingerbread man? Let me measure him in just a second, Evelyn, and I'll let you know. That's a good question. All right. There we go. You know, when I did this the first time, the first thing that came to mind was Mr. Bill when he goes, "Oh no!" Oh my goodness sakes. I'm sorry, I have a quirky sense of humor. Okay, how big is the gingerbread man? Let's see. He's pretty large. He's about 4 3/4 from the tip of his head to the bottom of his feet. And then from each arm, it is about 3.5 inches. Hey, Kristen. Hello there. Happy Sunday crafternoon in Alaska. Holy smokes. I didn't expect to see you on. Oh my goodness. Nice surprise. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and assemble the card. So first of all, we have our Granny Apple Green that we stamped with the Goody Goody Gumdrops. And we're going to put this one, I don't know, kind of, as I call it, Kitty Wampus. And then our Pool Party. And again, kind of Kitty Wampus. We're just making a backdrop, right? A background. And then our Pretty in Pink. We'll scoot this a little bit more so you can see it better. Okay. We're going to put this one like so. And he's the one that opened, remember? So let's go ahead and, oh, what should we put inside? I wonder if this would fit from arm to arm, limb to limb. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it will. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Do I have a block? I do. Oh, the other thing I wanted to share with you guys on this stamp. Notice that he is large, but poor guy, but he is thin, right? As far as how they made him in photopolymer. So, what I do want to show you is, first of all, these things are not, how do I want to put it? They're not indestructible. Does that make sense? So you need to be careful when you pull him out of your stamp set. I'm going to show you this. Let me move this stuff out of the way. The other thing that I suggest that you do, once you do take him out carefully out of your stamp set, lay him down on a surface and let him get his shape. before you just try to stick it on a stamp. Trust me, I tried it the other way and then he was kittywampus. So just let him go back to shape. Then take your, I think it's the F block. And this is the side that you're going to want to stick onto your block, okay? And then go ahead and adhere him to your block. This way he's not going to be out of shape. If you sit there and try to just put him on like this, see how he stretches? And you could possibly rip him as well, which is not good. Or you might have a tendency to put him on and it might not be the same shape that your die is. Does that make sense? So make sure that you let him lie down, get his shape, and then go ahead and put him on your block, okay? Ask me how I know. Okay, let's bring this back. We're going to do a little bit of stamping. I think I'll use Memento Black for the stamp inside. Sugar and spice and everything nice. There we are. Okay, so technically now I've done a fun fold card because it's a shape and we're sticking him onto the front of the card. So it's like a card within a card. There we go. I knew I was going to try to find a way to get out of that. You guys knew that too. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and adhere him to the front. I'm going to take some dimensionals and stick him down. Can you guys hear the rooster? He's going berserk. I don't need roosters. I have a gazillion of them that live next door to me, and they're a hoot to watch. They really are. They're funny. Okay, I'm going to take a bit of my crust and put them in the middle. And then we'll go ahead and peel all these little guys off. There we are. And then we'll put him on here like so. And I need to leave room for a little bubble, right? So I want to adhere that as well with dimensionals. Oh, and I got to attach his other little bit of leg too that we snapped off. Okay. Oh, snap! Oh my gosh. And then I think what I'll do is, just take the top of this, his little leggy that we cut off, his little toes. And there we go. All right, did I forget anything? I don't think so. All right, so let's bring everything back. So I'm gonna show you guys all of that. Okay, so we have this one and this one. And this guy right here. So this is the Gingerbread Man bundle. It is on page 54 of the mini catalog. And I just think he's so stinking cute. He just makes me smile. He really does. And I think, again, like making the whole banner thing would be kind of cute, like we did in kindergarten. It brings back a lot of smiles from my childhood as far as that goes. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's projects. So I'm going to consider this and this my fun fold, right? Because, oh no, wait a minute. Oh, shoot. Wait, okay. Whew. Okay, here's I just learned something, you guys. So when you put this down, of course, it's going to help him stay flat, right? We're going to name him Stanley because he's flat. You know, Flat Stanley, haha. Anyway, just make sure though that you can open up your card. But I didn't even realize it. I did something really cool because it's going to help him stay closed and not just flap open. And then, of course, you have the opening to your main card. Okay, there we are. All right, guys. Once again, I want to remind you, I should have done this earlier. I'm sorry. I was going to say, anybody who shares this, which you still can, if you share today's live, This is number 200. We're celebrating 200 lives together. If you share this with your friends, I'm going to put your name into a hat, and I'm going to go ahead and draw for this prize right here, which is the 2025-2027 flat pearls, the in color flat pearls. And these in colors are the ones that are on sale until the end of this month. Pretty cool, right? So anyway, if you do still share the video, even once we're done, so that your friends, your crafty friends, can see this as well. Again, you'll be put into a drawing and see if you can win these. Woo! Number 200. Isn't that crazy? 200 lives. All right, guys. And also just to let you know, or to remind you again, that if you shop at my online store with a $75 minimum order before shipping and tax and the use of Stampin' Rewards, you will get the bundle of the month free of charge. It's the 16 project tutorial right into your inbox directly from me as a thank you for shopping with me. I appreciate you guys being here. I got to figure out what we're going to do next week. I'm so excited. There's so many new things, you know. But anyway, thanks again, you guys. Have a really good week. And I will see you next Sunday for Sunday Crafternoon with Dawn at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye-bye.